Hello, this is your partner, Big Boy, Big Boy's Neighborhood. Big Boy this week, you want to make sure you check out Big Boy this week. We go on the red carpet with Jennifer Lopez. That's right, for This Is Me Now. Natalia from the neighborhood got a very exclusive with Jennifer Lopez. Also, we got special guest 310 Baby going to take us to Soak City. And we can't forget funny man Ralph Barbosa with our big interview. It's all going down. Big Boy this week, you can catch it right here on Big Boy's Neighborhood channel, YouTube. Hello.
Big Boy Neighborhood, Natalia's up in here. Natalia, Neighborhood News, what you got?
Are y'all watching Love is Blind? New season? No, it's out on Netflix.
Yes.
Oh,
I've
never seen Love is Blind.
Such a good show. But
So
you know
good.
the concept, right, Big? So the concept is it's a dating show where people get to know each other, where they're separated in these what they call pods. You cannot see the other person that you're talking to, but you get to know them first. And basically you create a connection without worrying about what the other person looks like. You
Right.
fall in love with the person and then they get engaged and then they have to live
Oh,
real
Lord.
life.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the most biggest moments from this new season is when this girl named Chelsea is in the pod and she's talking to this guy Jimmy, and she kind of brings up like, hey, has like anyone ever asked you if you look like a celebrity? Because you're not really supposed to like hint at like what you look like, but this was kind of their way of getting around it. And this is what she says about her, ask like if whether someone looks like a celebrity looks like her.
I do too. All the time on the plane, I get one person. And it's just because I have dark hair and blue eyes.
Say it.
It's, I don't even know if it's MGK's wife or his girlfriend.
Megan Fox.
Reaction.
All right.
Mhm.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And this is him talking about.
Yeah, and so basically she says that she looks like Megan Fox, and so she has like these blue eyes and like dark hair. And then later, once they get it proposed, sorry, spoiler alert, they get engaged. He
Right.
proposes. This is his reaction after seeing her, but it's only him on camera.
she definitely lied to me on some how she looked. Chelsea told me she looked like Megan Fox.
Oh, man, she looked like Rick Fox. Right.
And I hate to
This
drag
her
this
picture
girl-
right here?
I gave you her picture, and I hate to drag her as well, but
All
yo,
right.
she does.
I'm going to reveal.
Oh, my
Is there a
gosh.
picture of Megan Fox on here
Yes,
too?
there's
so
a
it's
side by side. Okay, what do you think?
Why you lying? Why you always lying? Ooh, oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Hey, dude, please tell me this is not her.
This is her. That is her next to Megan. I know. Here's the thing. I kind of see what she means about like the eyes, but that is.
really?
I would like if someone told me that and
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like,
no, okay.
Okay,
You
I
got
can-
me there
I
because
got this-
Megan Fox has eyes and she has eyes. I see that. Both of them got eyes. Yep, that's true.
and it's not that this girl is ugly by any means, but it's just like Megan Fox is like one of the epitomes of like men think that Megan Fox is like one of the most gorgeous women on the planet,
Right.
right? And so to compare yourself to
Damn.
Megan Fox, that's like really upbeat. And I'm not gonna lie, Big. I think her saying that was one of the reasons he picked her.
Can I
I'm-
see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Oh,
you
my
sure?
goodness,
Look at this, man. You might as well
Yeah.
put a picture of me up
Oh,
there.
you gotta
Oh my
stop
God.
it, bro.
Bro, yeah, man. We got to put this up on Radio Big Boy or put it on
Yeah.
social media or something, man.
She
I know it's there already.
She put up a video too. She was like, she's like, for anyone who's ever said I look like Megan Fox, please come forward now so that I don't look crazy.
Right. Then you want us to look crazy.
I
huh?
know.
Hey, man, she almost looked kind of like Stephanie McMahon from WWE
Yeah.
and China.
I'm looking
a
at
wrestler.
yeah.
I'm looking at like a Katy Perry mixed with like
A
Sylvester
Jay Leno,
Stallone or something.
yeah.
Right, yeah,
Someone
yeah,
with a
so- yeah.
stronger chin.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah.
Kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger made looking kind of thing. I don't know. All right, well.
Oh, just
All right,
don't
one more
say
and we're
it,
going to
though.
stop bullying her.
Okay.
All right, anyone got... No, that's all right. All righty, man. I guess,
I
man.
know. The poor thing.
She does look like Megan, the horse. Hello. Alrighty, now Ani is up in here. What up, Ani?
What up, Big?
Oh, nothing. Honester, what you got, Ani?
Big, I have a new idea for our Ani's outings, and let me know what
Uh-oh.
you think when you hear this. But it is going to be going down kind of ish in New Hampshire, and I say kind of ish because they haven't really approved this yet.
Uh-oh.
But basically, there is this spa that a doctor is trying to open, and they are calling it an adult spa, the diaper spa, and this is what it's about.
What?
Yeah, the
And we're
diapers.
going there?
I mean, we
Right.
could.
The spa caters to adults who wear diapers and act like children. Residents spoke out against the proposal over traffic, property values, and fears of who would be showing up at the spa.
Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
For one, that's in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, we could make a trip.
We're currently on the 5th floor.
Yeah.
If that spa was on the 4th floor, I wouldn't go to that.
What do you think you would see, or what kind of people do you think you would see there?
Exactly the people that I wouldn't want in my neighborhood.
Oh my
so
gosh,
I can see why the public outcry. Grown people wearing diapers.
Yeah, big. I thought this was so crazy at first when I heard it.
That's
so I was
like that
wait.
show, like that My Crazy Fetish, where people eat like cotton and love horses, and man.
Oh my gosh, big. And I was like, okay, so what does this really consist of when you go to this spa? So it turns out you could stay there for up to 24 hours, and the money ranges from $100 to $1,500 for the 24 hours. And this is what you get. It's activities that you basically would get at playtime. You'll get playtime, story time, nap time, cuddle time, changing time, coloring, nursery rhymes, sing-alongs.
Hey, man, let me tell you. The one thing they got to have with that, too, they got to have one of them El Chapo floors.
What?
Because if I saw you get out your car and walk into that place, I'd be like, man, that's a sick individual right there.
That is, yes.
That's that nobody on this floor, Guy, Doug, Doc, nobody can walk in there and I wouldn't look and say, that's some weird stuff.
That is
so
weird.
You got to get one of them El Chapo floors where you park somewhere and you go through a tunnel and pop up in that diaper spa.
That's so true, because even when I read it, I was like, wait, who would want to do that? So it turns out people with trauma.
How weird would it be if y'all see me leaving? And I don't know about the trauma and everything. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, a person goes there. But if I was leaving from here, you know how I'll leave and I'll be like, man, I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to this. I got a meeting. If I left and I say, hey, man, I'm going to the diaper spa, y'all be like, all right, big. As soon as that door, y'all be like, dude, he's sick.
Yeah,
we would.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
how
weird.
is it working with Big? I don't know.
So weird.
Like, you know, like there's times when Jose come in and there's like a diaper.
Yeah.
Not at all.
His butt
bro.
looks so big because of the diaper. Yo, that's weird, dog.
Yeah,
That's
man.
So weird,
oh, he
bro.
definitely not lacking in the back end. Yeah, man.
Diaper butt.
I mean, it's
Or
an
you guys
interesting
just look
idea.
over at me and y'all like, big boy. Now y'all see me go. Like, oh no, big. No. Yes, I made a mess of whoopie doopie in my pants. Natalia's up in here, neighborhood news. Natalia, what you got?
Ooh, NLE Choppa jumping on a trend right now that a lot of parents are doing big, and it is the one-word challenge. This is where you bring your little kid into, like, maybe the bathroom, you set up the camera, and you tell them, like, all right, you're not going to get in trouble by any means. Just say all the curse words you want. Listen to his setup with his daughter.
I'm going to give you a chance to say any cuss words you want to say after I walk out, okay?
Okay.
So when I walk out, you can tell the camera any curse words you want to tell it, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll be right back. Let me know when you finish, okay?
Okay.
Tell the camera whatever cuss words you want to say, okay?
Okay.
Okay, yay!
So excited that he walks out.
The kid was like, get the out. Let me do this. I got it.
So he walks out, closes the door, and listen to how precious she is.
No. I done.
You done?
Yeah.
Did you get everything off your chest?
I heard that,
she was
man.
just so, I mean,
So
like,
did
obviously,
she say any curse words?
she said the S word. Yeah, she
Oh.
said it twice, but she was so quiet and little with it. She was like, bleep, no, bleep, no. It was so cute. And she like got really close to the camera too. That's like probably the cutest part about this like challenge is just seeing
Yeah.
them like take that liberty and like, what are they going to say?
My guy Jose, he had a channel. It didn't go as viral though.
Aw.
Yeah, he was putting his kids in there, and he was like, "Hey, say your favorite book of the Bible." And they was like, "Oh, Deuteronomy,
Yeah.
Leviticus." Like, yeah, it didn't go as viral as kids cursing.
But when you see these videos of like daycare people doing other people's
man.
kids, how do you feel that?
I'm
as a
wondering
parent?
what's up with that. Is
Well-
that TikTok or is that real?
Yeah, do the parents give them permission to do
The
it?
one that I did see where it was a daycare owner got permission from the mom to
Oh,
do
okay.
it.
yeah.
So that was
okay.
the
I
least.
think I saw because she said that in the video. If I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yeah. She was like, your mom said we could do this because the mom knew
Right.
that the daughter had a, liked saying curse words and she didn't want them to
That
say it
one was
around all the
funny.
kids at daycare. But
Yeah.
like,
Now,
I
what's gonna be next? Like going there and smoke a cigarette, or you can only smoke one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pick up a needle, stick it in your arm.
get it off your chest.
Yeah, whatever drug you want to do is right here in front of you. Pick up one. You can only do it once.
You know how they say like kids do repeat a lot of things? There was
Oh,
one
yeah.
time when I was changing my 3-year-old. This was before he was 3, like he was still 2 at the time. And I like it was just like an explosion. And I was like, ah. And I
Yeah,
like
man.
hit it. And then he repeated, he was like, ah, boop. And I was like,
Yeah.
ah.
But you know what's the trip about that? Kids will say they know the curse words.
Yeah.
But they won't say, if you say book, they won't go, oh, book.
Right?
You know?
That's
I was like,
funny.
that's
Yeah.
the word you're going to repeat.
You gotta
Great.
love it, man. I'm through with this.
Hello, it's Monet Poot. I just won $1,000 on the Big Boys bankroll. Super easy, registered 92.3, and he called my name, called back within 20 minutes, and I won $1,000. Thank you so much, Big Boy.
Your partner, Big Boy. This is Louis G right here.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, I didn't really invite him to sit here, but he's been following me around while I'm doing these shoots, so.
What's up, guys?
Now, you might as well, right?
Yeah, might as well, man.
Ralph
Right.
Barbosa, man. You enjoy him in the neighborhood?
Oh, I did enjoy him in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
so we're going to get into the Ralph Barbosa. In the neighborhood, big interview.
Funny comedian, bro.
Yeah, very funny, man. Very funny. He's taller than you, too, huh?
Yeah, he is bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just call him a bastard?
Well, he's taller than me, so anybody that's taller than me is a bastard.
Oh, man, so I would say more than half the population. I would say everybody that's over, what, over 4 is a bastard then? Everybody that's over, no, I'm talking about over the height, over the age of 4, and over the height of 4, what, 10?
No, 5'4.5".
How tall are you now?
5'4.5".
When you barefoot.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's on your ID? What's on your ID for height and weight?
5'5", 180. No, 160, 70.
Really?
I don't know, dog.
When did you take that? Senior picture? Ralph Barbosa in the neighborhood, Big Boy this week. Let's get into our big interview with funny man Ralph Barbosa up in here, Big Boy's neighborhood.
Present day, and I got to bring up the George Lopez thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you saw George Lopez doing his podcast, and it was raw, and he was like, you know, F that guy. They was trying to give you know, your props. George is a friend of the neighborhood as well. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't like trying to.
I like how you throw that in there. Like, be careful what you say, though.
No. Say what you're gonna say.
Okay,
I'm just saying I'm not trying to create nothing because that's what I don't do. I build relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when you saw George Lopez reaction to your name, being a comedian also, man, and I don't know if there was a look up to. I didn't go down a rabbit hole. I don't know if you looked up to George, whatever. What did that, as a comedian, just as a person that's getting on, how did you feel about that?
I was like, what's this dude's deal?
Yeah.
But I also didn't take it too personal. I feel like you could have put anybody's name, like whoever he brought up in that podcast over and over again, I feel like he would have got slammed. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also I didn't think about it at the time. I didn't think about it until maybe like a few days after that.
Did people get you upset?
Nah.
You know how sometimes it'd be other people, you'd be like, oh, man. Then they'd be like, man, you hear what such and such? I'm like, what? What the fuck?
I feel like I don't know. It made me upset when I saw people in the comments hyping up that dude Steve Trevino, like the days afterwards. Not right away, but after a few days, I'm like, they're giving this dude credit. Like, if he helped me out, like, I've never met that man in my life. And the dude was like, it's up to us, George.
Right.
It's up to us, George, to help the Ralph Barbosas of the world. And I was like,
usher in the next ones.
I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. But then I was like, wait, he's never helped me.
Right.
I never met that guy.
Right.
And I mean, maybe he was, I don't know if he was planning on helping me.
He wasn't in the gym with me.
Yeah, like, I don't know if he was planning on helping me or what he meant by that.
Right.
But I don't know, man. Like, all I ever wanted out of comedy was to tour, be on the road and stuff. And by the time that podcast came out, my whole year was already booked up. So when he was like, we got to help him out, I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. It's like if you're like, we got to help him get this mortgage loan. But, like, I have a house. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm good.
You explain that very well. Like, dude, I'm in my crib.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
So I thought that was weird that he kept like,
right.
I'm not like you, George. I help people and like, but I did think it was kind of mean or whatever that George was like, you know, who's that dude? Fuck him. Don't say his name. But I mean, George did apologize.
Yeah. So y'all had a conversation via phone or something?
He called me on the phone.
Yeah.
He called me on the phone. He got my number from this dude Edwin in Kona. And he was like,
he didn't get it from Trevino, Steve Trevino?
Nah.
Your mentor?
Got it from my sensei.
Yeah. Sensei. Wow. And so he called you up. Do you see that? Do you accept the call right away? Do you know it's George Lopez?
Yeah, I got a heads up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When they told me he was gonna call, I was feeling myself.
Right.
I was like, let me get ready, man. I cut up a little cigar, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Took a shower real quick.
Yeah.
Got ready.
Took a couple drags and flicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So private conversation, but were y'all able to have that conversation and you know, and then you a man, you move your way, he'll move his.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, you know, he's like, it's me, it's George Lopez. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he would actually come.
Right. Yeah.
He was just like, yeah. And then he was like, it's me, man. It's George. I was like, what the fuck? And then he was just like, hey man, I need you to listen. Like, I was like, my bad, man. I'm sorry, I just keep cussing at you like that.
Right. So
like,
you were really saying what the fuck?
Yeah,
what
I'm
the
like,
fuck?
yeah, I'm not. This is not like in my head. I'm like saying, I was like, oh fuck, like this
Right.
is actually on the phone with me right now. He was just like, nah, man, I just I gotta apologize. I said, I don't think you gotta apologize, man. It's your podcast. Say what you want. You paid for the equipment,
Right.
I don't care what you say. Comedians talk a lot of mess on podcasts all the time, bro. Like we're gonna hold them all accountable. Like you're gonna be working for years, but he was like, nah, I should apologize. He's like, I asked around about you. You're a funny dude, man, hard worker, whatever. And he's like, now you have my number. He's like, if you ever do need help, just hit me up. And I was like, I appreciate it, man. You taking the time to do all that. I said, I'm sorry that so many people are saying so many mean things in all your comments. And he was like, it's no big deal. I've dealt with worse, But in my head, I was like, no, you haven't.
Like, oh, George, this is bad.
You've had Instagram for like 10 years. Like,
right.
I haven't seen it get this bad for you.
Right.
Unless they just used to mail him a lot of hate mail. I don't know.
Hey man, but that's what I was saying. Like y'all can coexist. It wasn't like nobody really ushered you in.
Nah, I wasn't into George Lopez. I'll be honest, man. This is probably the big part that I really didn't like. I've always respected George Lopez as a comic, and I do believe that like that's one of the greats, man. He really made a big impact, and I just didn't grow up on his comedy. Like
right.
I didn't get into his comedy, man. And people, I've said that stuff on podcasts before, and people even my age will get mad. They're like, bro, don't act like we didn't grow up on his show. I don't think we did. I think there was nothing else to watch at 2 a.m. I think it's not like we were really hung up on the episodes. Like, yo, you think Carmen's gonna come back next episode? Like,
this motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just he was a part of life or whatever, sure, but I wasn't that into him. So
and then if it wasn't yours, like I get people that'll say, "Oh man, such and such Tupac," and then there'd be somebody else say, "You know what? No disrespect, but I didn't grow up on Tupac."
Yeah,
they'll say that, and then but we try to throw these other things on them, like, "No, you supposed to," and they like, "I didn't grow up," and sometimes you got to think like, "Damn, they didn't." And you probably didn't grow up on George Lopez. You probably didn't watch the shows. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't your brand of comedian. And I don't think that makes you a hater or, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. So I wasn't really all that into him. And then when I started doing comedy, sometimes people would be like, oh, man. He's like, who do you look up to? George Lopez? You trying to be the next George Lopez?
Right.
And I'm like, bro, I feel like if you watch my comedy, I don't think it's like George's. And from the beginning, I would try my best not to be like that type of like Latin comic or whatever.
Right.
It's like what's that saying? Like there's like Latin comics and then there's comedians who are Latin or whatever. I just wanted to be very unique to myself. I tried my best not to make comedy that was associated with like George Lopez's style.
Right.
But then I didn't want to be associated to his name like that. But then he went on the podcast and said all that mean stuff about me, and now I have no choice but to be associated with Lopez's name.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
Why did you take sort of a higher road? Because you already had your shows booked.
I wouldn't say I took a higher road. I just took a road.
Right.
If it happened to be higher, then so be it.
Right.
But I made a whole video where I made him Carlito in Carlito's Way, and I was Benny Blanco from the Bronx. So I don't really think that was much of a higher road.
But also, man, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Not defend myself too.
Yeah, you gotta say something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I feel like shooting yourself in the foot maybe is not the right term for it. But George did. I didn't tell them to bring up my name on there. Like they brought up my name. George said what he said and got people mad like himself. But man, in that one book, The Prince or whatever, that Machiavelli, The Prince, it's like it says something about like when you take over a new country, you gotta hold the old king's head and let him know what you're gonna do next, right? Let him know your plans or whatever. Like I don't feel like I cut off George's head. Maybe he cut it off himself, but I did happen to like pick it up and be like, hey. So I feel like that video.
You know what we have here? Yeah, man.
I was like, hey, I didn't cut it off, but by the way, now that I have it, like, check out my special.
Yeah. Why did you name the special Cowabunga?
I think it's a cool word.
Yeah.
Are you like a big Simpsons fan?
Yeah.
I like the Simpsons a lot. I
Do
love
you have
the
a Simpsons tattoo?
I have 2 Simpsons tattoos. I don't know if you want me to show you them.
Yeah, if you can, if
I'll put it to the microphone.
Yeah, right. We got cameras right here. What do you have?
Okay, so this was my first tattoo ever. It's a Krusty the Clown. It's actually like the doll, like from the, I don't know, it's the episode from A Treehouse of Horror where the doll's like possessed. And then the other one, it's like the Pink Floyd album cover.
Right. With Homer.
With Homer shaking hands with Homer, but one of the Homers is on fire. And the other one's like drooling, like half asleep.
Did you watch a lot of Simpsons?
Yeah.
That was your show?
Yeah. We didn't have cable for a long time. We had like that. It was like 30 channels on our kitchen on this little mini TV. So sometimes after school, when like my grandpa get home, we'll eat and watch TV. So we had like 2 Spanish channels and like CW33.
Yeah, man.
Was the only English one. So like Simpsons would come on. I loved Reba, According to Jim. Those were my shows.
We get this all the time, man. Tacos right here in California, really LA. And you hear people that say, oh, well, Texas got better tacos than California. Are we going broad stroke with Texas? Are we going broad? We going to Dallas? We going to
LA.
To Houston? I know LA. Have you had tacos here?
I have.
All righty.
I've been on a taco tour here.
Really, though?
Yeah. Comedian Jesus Trejo one time took me like on this 4 taco run within 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
Back-to-back tacos. But I've also had just several tacos. Every time I come here, I'll try a different taco spot.
Really? What's better to you? In L.A.?
L.A. to Dallas?
Yeah.
L.A.'s had the better tacos.
Really
On
though?
average.
Go ahead now.
Not to say we don't have good tacos, but y'all have
You just said we have better tacos.
Yeah. More often.
What do you mean?
It's easier to find good tacos in L.A. than it is in Dallas. In Dallas, there's like 2 or 3 spots that aren't
you gotta open one. You gotta open one. You know
nah,
what I'm saying?
I don't need that pressure.
Where they do barbers? Where they cut hair, paint cars, and do tacos. Hell yeah!
This is like a whole cancer facility.
Right.
That sounds like.
Hell yeah! Gotta wear your mask for real. So L.A.
definitely has better tacos on average, man.
Man, you got to go out with Jose, man. Have one of his adventures with him. This is my man Jose L.A., man. Lifestyle and Adventures. Jose, what you say?
But
he would definitely put 10 pounds on you in 4 days. Easy.
Right.
So, like a holdable 10 pounds.
Well, when it comes to other stuff, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
You know?
Like?
You just trying to get back for home.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
What's better in Dallas?
It's hard to find good barbecue out here, good steak.
Oh,
good
you crazy as hell. We got what?
Yeah. I've had I don't know, man. I've had some.
Hey, dude, when we finish this interview, I'm going to give you a guest bulletproof vest. I'm going to take you over to this spot.
Okay.
Where we're going to have some fried chicken at.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Really, I can't front on Dallas either because Dallas, yeah, there's just spots too. Texas alone that got good ass food. Like I eat very well in Texas.
Very, the cholesterol heavy foods. That's the ones that I like the most.
Yeah, man.
And that's where y'all are lacking out here.
Really?
Yeah.
All these fat fucks walking around here.
I was not fat enough.
I was 500 pounds, bro. You think I got 500 pounds on organic lettuce?
See, that's the key word, big boy. Word.
Yeah, man.
You
I
were
know
500
how.
pounds.
I know where they at. I know where all the bodies are buried.
If you were living in Texas, you would have never lost that weight.
If I was living in Texas, I wouldn't be alive.
Yeah, we'd be like, y'all remember Big Boy?
Yeah.
Ronnie, did you hear Beyonce has a new country song?
Did I hear it? This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold 'em.
Well, thank you for watching Big Boy. This week, we just gotta go learn the lyrics and dance.
G is up in here. What up, Ludo?
All right, man. I'm going to give you a little piece of advice before you send out that angry email or text message, right? So there's an angry expert who's saying, you know, when you want to write something bad, whether it's an email at work, and this could possibly save your job, you type everything up, you proofread it, you're like, this is exactly what I want them to know and everything. The one thing you should ask yourself before you hit send is, what is your goal?
Right, okay.
What is your goal here? Is your goal to, you know, get them mad and them reply?
Right.
Is it for them to fire your ass?
Right.
Because you're a little too rude in this email. And I think this makes
and
perfect
it's tone,
sense.
man.
Yeah.
It's definitely tone. Like, I sent you a text message one day, and even when we went back, I was like, maybe I should have had my tone different. The meat thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, the tone was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you gotta breathe, man.
Emails are the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Emails are, especially when it comes from a workplace. Like, Myra's very good when it comes to typing emails, and she'll sit there and she'll reply to these emails does this sound right? I'm like, I don't know, but still, the way she words everything, it's so just like on point. And then mine would have been like, dude, if I would have sent an email like that, you would have been fired. Like, if I was in charge of her emails,
and not even just
so
people in a position to fire you or get you in trouble. It's just across the board.
Yeah.
Like texting friends.
You got to be careful with that, man.
Should you do that when you're texting too? Like, what is your goal?
Oh, 100%.
Of sending this?
100%. Because most people go by. I know I send way more text than emails, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just got to watch that language and that vibe, and via text as well.
Yeah, even when I get upset now, I'm like, wait, I have to like cool myself off for at least a day, and then I'm like, okay, I'll talk about.
Damn, a day?
Yeah, just because I need to really clear my head, because I've overreacted so many times before, where then I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like then I overthink what I say, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
go
like
through
we
that.
had someone here that got me really upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they hit me like, oh, I think it was misunderstood. And I was like, man, I waited 2 days.
Oh. Okay.
And then I was like, you know what? I don't think there's a reason for us to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good in my career. I'm a grown man. You're good in yours. And, you know, there's no reason for us to talk about a meeting. Why have a meeting about the meeting? You know what I'm saying? I just know not to mess with you.
There was one email I got where it was like, hey, what were you doing in the studio around this time and this time? And it just came off a little wrong. When
in here?
Yeah, when you could have just called and been like, hey, did something happen around this time where the phone's not working?
Was it one of us?
Yeah.
It was me?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was somebody else from promotions.
Oh, really though?
And I was like, yeah.
In our studio?
Yeah, they had hit us up. And
this one here?
Yes.
Man, you better tell me.
Should I reply now?
No, I'll do it.
What is the goal, guys? Reminder.
I'm not
going
to send it out to like Wednesday, though.
No.
Alrighty. Hello. Alrighty, now Ani is up in here. What up, Ani?
What up, big?
Oh, nothing. We got some WLOL. We love our listeners. Who we loving on?
Myra,
we love you, Myra.
Myra had one of the worst reasons to break up with someone. But if anyone ever does this to you in a relationship, this is why you got to break up.
Because he drugged me. He put methamphetamines in my...
Whoa, alrighty. Yes, that is a reason.
Because he drugged me. He put methamphetamines in my beer.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Hey, man.
Hey, dude, he put meth in your beer?
Yes.
He drugged you? How long were y'all together?
We were together for about 2 years, but it was like on and off. And when my daughter turned 9 months, I left him.
Hey, man, so he put methamphetamine in what form? How did he get it into your beer?
Well, because I was drinking the micheladas,
Hello.
and you know how you mix it with the beer. So I'm guessing he put it in there because when I was drinking it and I was already almost done, I seen this like kind of like a thick liquid white coming down from the bottom of the beer when I was drinking it, and I thought that was weird. So I told him, I said, what is that? And he's like, no, it's nothing. And then come morning time, I couldn't sleep. I started getting a fever, and his mom had to take care of me. I had to call off work, and I always had that in the back of my head. I was like, I want to know what that is. And then I started catching him doing drugs. So I was like, you drugged me. You put something in my beer. And then he felt bad, and he ended up telling me that he did.
Damn, man.
That's weird.
I remember one time my wife wanted a Coke, and I popped her Pepsi. Yeah, and then we figured I came clean. But damn,
That's extreme, bro.
Had you ever, and excuse my for asking, but had you ever done like meth or anything like that before?
No.
So
that's
your
why
body,
I got sick 'cause yeah,
your body reacted to it crazily.
Oh man.
Good Lord.
That gotta suck.
That's crazy, man. You can't even sneak wheatgrass on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And you know, they always say when it comes to things like that, one's too many and 1,000's not enough. Like, he could have sent her down a slippery slope.
Yep.
Like, what's the outcome? What's the reason for giving your girl meth?
Yeah,
The only thing I can think is maybe she'll like it and start doing it with me. That's all I can think, because why
How
else?
you do math?
Right.
Like,
Oh, sorry, Lou.
How do you...
Sorry.
I'm just saying.
All right, man. We're going to come back with Louis' instructional on how to do meth. You know what I'm saying? That's where his problem was at. It wasn't like how bad it was. My man was like, what if she never made it down to the bottom? That's a waste of meth. That's my partner right there. That's my Mexican American right there.
What's up, guys? Thank you for watching Big Boy This Week. Don't know what that is.
Hello. Natalia lied about their age. See, this why the apps are crazy, man.
It is why they're crazy, but I gotta say, lying is one of my really biggest pet peeves. Like, it really,
But
really
you do it
irks
so
me.
well.
I know, but it really irks me when other people
You're
do it.
being lied to.
What?
Being lied to.
Being lied to.
Oh, it's
yes.
a pet peeve for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
being lied to. So this girl went online and she wants to know if she's in the wrong because the situation happened where she met a guy online, talked a little bit back and forth, decided to meet up. He said that he was 4 years older than her. She gets excited, right? She goes to meet him and then she goes, huh, he looks a little older than the photos that he sent me. Like, I know that that's him, but he does look older in person. So it comes up in their conversation and she's like, yeah, your photos look like you were a little bit younger in them. And he goes, oh, those were from, a few years ago. And she was like, well, yeah, but you're like 28, right? And he was like, oh, no, I'm 42, which is like a big difference,
Now,
I would say.
you know what, though? Now, I don't know, Natalia. Did he say he was 4 years older or 40 years older? Now, there's a difference. If I just said, hey, 4 years older.
Yeah.
I said 40. Y'all didn't hear it. Though.
Right?
There it is.
So, okay, you feel like the situation would end there because she says, you know what, like, hey, I'm really not interested.
Right.
Lose my number. I don't like that you lied to me. That should have been done and
That's
over.
it.
But then he came back and continued to message her on the app and was like, you're the one who's wrong. You said you were into older men. I can't believe that you're so vain that you would judge me on being 42 years old. And she's like, wait, am I crazy or am I really in the wrong where I'm judging him because he's 42 years old?
But she don't want to be with him.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about, man? Like, he sent a representative. She didn't like what was really there and let it go.
I know. I don't.
Don't they have a class to teach in the morning? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Let it go.
And that, one time I was in a situation when I was single and on a dating app, there was a guy that we went back and forth through messages and I could just tell immediately that I wasn't going to vibe with him. And so when he was pushing to meet up, I was like, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a vibe here. He then sent me 12 messages in a row asking me to explain why just over and over again. And I want to be like, bro, let it go.
I don't think you have to really explain a no, but some people want to hear it in 7 different languages.
Yeah, it's true. In person. I want you to say it in person. In my face.
If you tell me to say something in person and I'm a female, I'm like, man, I ain't going over there.
You're just trying to kidnap me.
Hell yeah, that ain't happening.
DJ Quest right here, man. Mickey Ficky Mix DJ. Every time you hear Soak City in the neighborhood, this man is playing it right here. Yes, sir. That was my segue to going to Soak City, going to 310 Baby. You know what I'm saying? Please, go ahead. You good. He had to go to the restroom, man. He got this real bad bubble guts going on right now. And while he's in the restroom handling his bubble gut situation, let's go all the way live, man. Special guest 310 Baby. We're going to get our squabble on up in here. Soak City, hello.
Hey, man, do you ever trip off your success? Like when you're like say for instance, if you're about to be called out on stage, or when you see a video and you see Russell Westbrook, doing something, yeah. Do you trip off of that?
It's like, dang, this is lit.
Yeah,
but it's not enough for me to be stuck and like that. Nah,
right.
But I just
you know how to accept it.
Yeah,
and
I know how to
keep
accept
moving.
it. Yes.
Are you strapped right now?
Huh?
Are you strapped right now?
Oh, no. You're referring to I thought you were talking about strap.
No.
You talking about the wires? Nah, yeah. I'm lacking right now.
Hey, man, he told me, he said, I always stay strapped, right? And tell him what you meant by when you say I always stay strapped.
So when I say I stay strapped, I'm talking about my Apple wires. Oh. My Apple wires referring my headphones, because that's what I record on BandLab. And yeah, that's me staying strapped, because I never know when I could record.
Right.
Just waiting, waiting to come in here, I could record easily. That's me staying, always staying prepared.
Damn. Hey man, the process of Soak City.
Yeah.
When you told me that you recorded that, how did you? For those that some know the story.
Yeah.
How did you record that song?
Sitting in my room, just another day, recording after school, and I was like, it's about to be summertime. I've been making, I was making my songs, dropping little EPs, whatever, but it's time for me to make something for the summer. And I know that's what'll sell it. I knew that's what'll do it for me. If I have a summer little anthem, that's what'll get me where I'm supposed to be, in a way. If that's just my mindset at that time. So, boom, I get in there, I'm like, all right,
are you at the house?
No, I'm in my room, on the edge of my bed with the wires like this propped up.
Right. Do anybody got any wires? Because y'all got to see.
Like headphones, right?
Yeah, because you got to see the process. But go ahead.
But yeah, I'm just sitting there. And I'm like, all right, another day. Like, let's get it. And it just felt like butter. Like, was I thinking? Oh, there it is.
And it shows when you say you stay strapped.
Yeah.
Hand those to him. Yeah.
Oh, good.
You know.
We get it.
Nah, I'll be having to.
Right. Yeah. As you should.
These are old.
Nah, but yeah.
All right. So.
And then it will literally just be like this, like, and I'm just sitting on the edge of the. Whoa, no, actually, one is in the ear, and then the other one, it's just. I usually do the left because the right side is where the mic is, and I'm like this, like, you know, and I'm just, and then the song, like, so the way I did it, I was like left, right, but then I'm like, I gotta put something in between that gap, that pocket, because if not, it's not gonna set it off. So it's like, so if I'm just like left, right, left, but then I gotta be like left, do it, right. Do it, because then they just give it like that bounce.
Yeah.
And I just give it the sauce, right. But they not gonna catch it. They're not gonna catch it.
You can give them the recipe and the ingredients, but they don't know how to make the sauce.
Yeah, no, they're not even gonna catch what I'm saying, because that's for a lot of the songs I do. But you know, that's the look.
All right, so where do you get the instrumental for Soak City?
The instrumental?
Yeah,
that's straight off YouTube, and I just screen recorded it. Every beat I've used until like now, you know, Gentry sending me the hot packs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But before that, I'm snatching them just straight. I'm not even like MP3, like YouTube to MP3. I'm not even doing all that. Like, I'm just straight screen recording it.
So you literally screen recording it. You staying strapped with your one in your ear.
Yeah.
Rapping through the other earpiece.
Yeah.
And you make a hit record in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Did this one feel different?
Nah, for sure. It felt super good. And the energy, like while I'm recording, I just felt like, yeah, this is it. But it was crazy. I didn't think it was like hit.
Right.
I just saw like, oh yeah, like when they hear this in the parties, it's lit. Like I'm gonna just have one of them ones. Like I know this summer I'm gonna be not busy, but I'm gonna have something to do.
Yeah.
Like instead of me every weekend, like, dang, what I'm gonna do this summer? I know like, oh, I can go perform like at a party. So that's all I thought. I ain't thinking no hit though, because what it's doing now,
you vision and hope for this, but is it crazy that this is it? Like it's happening?
Nah, yeah, I'm doing the streams I'm doing now. I didn't plan to do for a minute. Like it's so early. It's super early, and I'm just grateful. It's crazy.
Hey man, so when you record Soak City in your room, are you 16 years old?
17.
Or you just turned?
I was 17.
So you're 17 at that time, because this is last year around June.
Yeah, last summer, like right before. No, I recorded this song 2 weeks before school got out. It released either that week literally that Friday, like around that last day of school.
What do people in your grade or at your school, did they know Soak City the 2 weeks before you left for summer break? Were they already on it, or did it start popping in the summer and it hasn't stopped?
As soon as so look, it was like a little snippet on Instagram, and people were feeling it. So like some people at my school knew, some people didn't, right? But when it dropped though,
yeah,
it was just like every week just jumping, and I'm used to like 500 plays being my like, oh yeah, like this is a good song. Because I have a big fan base. So like, boom, 500 plays, we good. But then once I started seeing like 17,000 a night, like how I just go from 200 plays a week to 17,000 a night. That's crazy. Imagine.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm on the game with my friend. Because in the summer, no school, like we staying up all night, like, oh yeah, we playing the game. Like, yo, da-da-da. Your stuff just jumped 17,000. The next day, oh, we had 34. Screenshotting it. I got screenshots from when my stuff was. I got screenshots from my Spotify monthly listeners being 7.
Oh. And do you know what your multi listeners are now?
I think as of right now, it's like 5.5 million.
And it was 7 single digits. 7.
There's 7 monthly listeners. I got the screenshot. 7.
Damn. What is it like for you on campus?
Regular. I think the younger, like, you know, like the freshmen, sometimes they like, you know, like on some like weird, like saying, like they'll say my name in the hallway, like yelling and run down the hallway, like, you know, freshmen doing like kid stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like upperclassmen, yeah, y'all can just imagine, huh? Like imagine, do it all my life, and then run down the hallway.
Gotta turn around.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, and I tell them, like one time, I've talked to like a freshman before, like, you know, y'all could just say what's up. Like, he was like, oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just say what's up. Like, I'm not, like, weird, you
Right.
know? But then, like, upperclassmen, they know, but they don't really, sweat me.
Have you been at the same school for high school?
Yeah.
All 4 years, 3 years, or you guys go what? I don't want to give out the school. People know, but
9 through 12. Yeah.
And you've been there that whole time. Did everybody know that you recorded music?
Some people I was cool with, they knew, like, 11th grade, so like right before the song dropped.
Right.
But a little bit. Like I wasn't like popping. Cause I was super quiet. Like I just stayed to myself.
Yeah. You see, are you quiet? Are you shy?
I'm quiet until I feel comfortable. Or if I really have something to say, you'll know. And then I'll really get into it and be passionate about it. But I'm not just gonna talk just to talk though.
Right.
I'd rather observe.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that, bro. And it seemed like you soak up, and no pun intended, but it seemed like you soak up a lot of the game as well.
Yes, sir. I love to learn.
Yeah, and you understand what you want out of your career.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's some people that say, oh man, you know, I got a hot one going, and they ride that.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking past like a Soak City. You're looking past where you are right now.
Yes, sir.
And what's the next? And I don't mean future plans, but what's next?
To be honest, this project coming out for me is like, yeah, like I'm just gonna show people what's really going on, because a lot of people might just see Soak City, but I need to show them like what's really going on over here at 310, like with 310 Babii. Like,
where does the name come from? Of course, I know the area code, so on and so forth, but why 310 Babii? What does that mean to you?
Where I come from, and 310 Babii. I'm a 310 Babii at the end of the day, and it's kind of like when people think like, oh, LA or whatever, Inglewood, like that's the product. I'm not. I like basically say I'm the product of LA,
right?
Or the 310, and I think to me it's really special because I mean when I gave myself that name, it was just like, oh, it sounds cool, right, or it looks cool, either, right? But now, it's like I'm okay with like being a product of LA or people knowing me as that, because when you think 310 or when you think LA, like out of towners or you know, they may think gang politics,
right?
They may think this or that, but then like they see me, and it's like fresh face, blank canvas, something that we haven't seen in a minute or at all. And if you like, just my opinion, I feel like I'm one-on-one.
Hey man, with what goes down in LA, and being, you know, also a lot of adopted culture that you see in other places that has something to do with LA. How do you stay, you know, this dude that goes to high school, this dude that does music, how do you not get influenced by our surroundings or even the affiliation when it comes to everybody kind of want to, not everybody, a lot of people want to belong to something.
Yeah.
How did you dodge those so-called bullets, and no pun intended?
Because I did belong to something, my tribe. That's it.
And what's that?
My family.
Right.
I didn't need anything else. And it's just like staying focused. I always knew what I wanted for myself, to where that's all I needed. Like just the tunnel vision.
Yeah.
This eye on the prize, and that's it. Like I mean, even my family, we really wasn't having that anyway.
Right.
But it's just like, yeah, I'm just on top of me, like mine. Like I just.
So single child, do you have any like aunts, uncles? Like,
yeah.
Really though?
A lot.
What do they say?
About like the success.
Yeah.
Extremely proud.
Yeah, man.
Some tell me that they knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I used to tell people that I wasn't going to be successful, that I wasn't be famous. And I think it gets to a point where like when you're younger, it's like, oh, he just talking.
Right.
But like I knew.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I knew. Like right now, I'll be sitting here talking to Big Boy, missing on school. But I knew it was gonna happen eventually.
Yeah. Hey, man. So did I. And I told people, I said, man, I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be famous. And you know, some people, and you don't live your dream for other people.
Yeah.
But I remember at one point, man, we were, and I've told the story before, we were homeless.
Yeah.
And I remember I told my mom, I said, Mom, one day I'm gonna buy you a house so we'll never get evicted again. And my mom said, oh, I know you will, baby. And I always tell people, she could have said anything like, come on, stop. You know, we're in this motel. We got to pay you. Like, stop this dream. And this is reality. But when she said, I know you will, baby, for some reason, that was just like, it gave me this fuel to keep going. And I remember, man, when I gave my mom that keys to the house, that's when I felt like not the arrival, but I was like, damn, I not I kept my word, but I really did this for her. You know what I'm saying? And when you say the tribe, that's who I go with too. It's about my family.
Yeah.
And making sure that and when you say you knew you were going to be famous, I knew it. You know, did you have people that didn't think you were, or he on that shit again?
Of course.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't really pay too much attention to all that because I knew. It was to a point where I already know I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. I just showing people now. Because then people like, oh, I'm excited for you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Y'all not excited. Y'all just surprised.
Right. Oh, damn.
Yeah, they not.
Man, I'm going to cut that out the interview and use that for myself. Man. Hey, man, you never know where the lesson's coming from.
Right?
Man, hey, the dance that we see that goes with the song everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Who made the dance up?
Cheetah.
And Cheetah, who's Cheetah?
Cheetah, man. Cheetah used to play football. And
oh my God.
Him and his homies used to like dance like at practices or like playing video games together like as homies, you know? And
did Cheetah go to the same school as you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Would I know Cheetah?
Would you know Cheetah?
Yeah, like is it something I'm missing or just one of the homies?
No, like Cheetah played like high school football like in LA. So like people like knew him in LA.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then Cheetah's cool.
And so when Cheetah did he do like a viral video?
No, so basically the dance that's what I was saying, like the dance was already in LA circulating.
Gotcha.
It was like one of our dances.
Right.
And then once they just put it on, you know, like tagged along with my song, it just sent it like my song went international, the dance went international.
Right, okay.
So then it's like it made it this
so
a bigger deal.
it was one here when it came together.
Right. And that, you know, to me, sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
The thing with that is, to me, that represents like what we need. We just need people to unify. Like instead of just being the dance over there, and then my song just being the one song over there. You see, when we come together, what it does is it's just big, rather than just being small.
Yeah, grow together. Hey man, can you do the dance?
Yeah, like the squabble, like
because I never really see you really do it.
Nah, I really don't dance like that. You know?
If y'all look this up, and Fat Joe's my guy, man, but Fat Joe had a song called Lean Back, right? And Lean Back is a simple dance. Watch Fat Joe. Fat Joe can't lean back. Have you seen it? Like Fat Joe don't know how to lean back. And Joe, you know you my guy before radio, homie. But yeah, so you leave it to the others because I don't see you out there just.
I do a little something, but not too much. I leave, to Storm and all them.
Let me tell you, bro. The first I started seeing Soak City go, my kids, my daughter, I was like, my daughter's like you know how people say, oh, they A&R, they the person, that listen. My daughter, when my son and my daughter get on something, I'm like, okay, that's next.
Yeah.
And literally my daughter was pointing out something yesterday and she was like, oh, Dad, remember when I played this for you like 2 months ago? And when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit, yep. So when I saw her doing like it's the squabble, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I was like, something's coming.
Yeah.
And it came. And that shit is here. And it ain't going nowhere.
Oh my gosh, was the camera just on this whole time? Well, hey. So do you want to hear a riddle of the day? Like, do you want to guess what the riddle of the day is? Here we go. Here's my microphone. Oh, there's an actual microphone. Here we go. So, what goes around the world? What travels around the world but stays in the same spot? This is my countdown.
Right now, Luigi is up in here. What up, Ludo?
All right, Doc. So when you move in with somebody, right, your mates, you got to like distribute like the chores inside the house, the households, right?
Yep.
And this girlfriend is super mad at her boyfriend because finally, after like convincing this dude, they finally agreed on a 50-50 chores. Right? We're gonna do 50-50 chores. We're gonna do that. Finally agreed with it. They do their expenses 75-25 where he pays the most.
Okay.
Which is, you're like, okay, the man of the house paying for it. That's cool, right? The chores 50-50. The one thing the guy did is go out and hire a housekeeper to do his 50% of his chores.
Genius.
But now she's angry
But
as
it's
hell.
still getting done.
Yes, right?
Or does she want him to pay the 100% of the chores?
Well, it seems like it was just like a little stab in the back, I guess.
Man, he paid 100% of his 50%.
Yeah. That's totally right.
There it is.
She
It's
has
getting done.
She has no reason to be angry about this, right?
Right. I don't think so.
She can go ahead and go do the same thing, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Go
so
ahead,
interested to know how they're split up and how he gets only like how he tells someone to just do like whatever it is that he's in charge of. Sorry, I just wanted the details.
Well, well, his girlfriend moved into his house, so I think he has a little advantage, right?
Right. She's just talking about like
because I want to know
does the person skip around and say, oh, "Okay, I do the kitchen."
Exactly.
And then they leave everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Because then it's like, okay, if he just paid like $10 more, are they going to do all the thing? That's why she's probably
or
mad.
she paid $10 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. At
he
that
got to
point,
figure it
right?
out. Yeah, it already my place you moved into, and I'm paying 75% to your 25%.
Yeah,
and then you convinced me to go 50-50 on the chores, and I hired someone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly. Like the other day, Myra was like, "Hey, we need to like really like deep scrub these restrooms," and I was like, "Well, we got." I was like, "Well, we'll do it tomorrow." She's like, "No, we need like a whole week, and it's gonna take forever. We got to do it." So
you got a mansion?
So no. So she's like,
"How dirty is your restroom? It's gonna take you a whole weekend."
It's 2 restrooms, right? So she's like, "Okay, you do one, I do one, and we'll get it done in 1 full day." And I was like, "All right." And then the next day, she's like, "Hey, can you call Imelda to see how much
exactly
she's available to come in next week?"
Because Myra's a real one. Hey, dude, have you ever
like,
started something you're like, man, I wish I would have just had somebody come in here and do this?
Yeah.
Hey, man, like still to this day, I have like a little room that I have like office.
Yeah.
And man, I started like, yeah, this is it, man. Now I close the door. I can't even look in there.
No.
It's so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Then
damn.
Veto put it as like a storage area now. So I was like, I looked around. I was like, dude, what happened to all the pictures? This file cabinet? Then I walked in there and I was like, oh, she put it all in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. There it is, man. It's a relationship, man.
I'm gonna give it to my cousin.
Okay.
And the reason I'm giving it to him is because it's him and his mom who live together, and he really does he just like goes there, does his computer stuff. Like his mom went out of town once, and he had all this stuff for a month, like all his laundry. You know what he did? Went and paid someone to wash it, and then he also bought new clothes when he wasn't washing it, just because he was like, I'm too lazy to do this. Doesn't clean the house.
That's the Louis laundry. When his mom went out of town, mom and dad, remember they're gone for like a month in Mexico?
Yeah.
So my man was like, man, big, the guy that got the t-shirts downtown.
Oh
Can I
my
get a dozen?
gosh.
Yeah, then I'm seeing them on the line with like, what's the underwear company?
It was
MeUndies?
Yeah,
MeUndies. He was like, man, look, MeUndies, please.
Yeah, oh my
Just
gosh.
how many days my mom gonna be gone? Yeah, just send me, because my mom's not here.
Get the food, meal prep, and everything.
Who's not pulling their weight?
I don't want to say it because I always like mess with him, but it's my
somebody in my family?
husband. No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say somebody in my
You know
family.
what? And now that I'm thinking about it, like this fool never does any dishes. I always do the dishes. I never
What do you mean
make
he
him
doesn't do any dishes?
He doesn't wash dishes.
But he do them though.
He like uses them, and then he puts them in the sink.
So that's doing the dishes.
No, that's not cleaning the dishes.
Cleaning the dishes.
Yeah, doing the dishes.
Okay.
Like cleaning the dishes.
All right.
So yeah, I feel like he needs to start cleaning some dishes.
All righty, who's not pulling their weight?
Honestly, Doug.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but it has to probably be my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
I know my dad wasn't pulling his weight.
Oh my God.
But go ahead, we'll talk about yours.
It happens with my dad. My dad got comfortable with my mom always doing everything, and that's where I think I got it.
Right.
And everyone says
That's
it.
definitely where you got it.
Yeah, I think all the boys in our family don't pull their own weight when it comes to like household chores or anything like that, dog.
You don't pull your own. I think you pull your own weight. If you don't pull your own weight, and all jokes aside, because I know what you do with your family.
Yeah.
If you're not pulling your own weight, I know at least you're gaining your own weight. Because I saw an old Super Bowl video commercial that we put together. Yeah, man.
I am gaining some weight.
You are. You know what I'm saying? And the people I feel that's not pulling my weight, they're just too close to me.
Oh,
you know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? Like some of us had the same parent.
Oh,
all right. Yeah. All right.
So I've been waiting for you and your answer. Are you here for it? So the question was, what goes around the world but stays in the same spot, the same corner? Now, if you said, here's the answer. Now, if you said a stamp, I think you're probably right. You're totally right. It's a stamp. You could take a stamp all around the world. Not that really people do mailing anymore, except for the credit card companies. We just keep on sending. It doesn't matter. So the answer is a stamp. This is me going. I'm going. I could have done that better. I'm still here.
Your partner, Big Boy. Big Boy this week. It is definitely going down, ladies and gentlemen. Had a chance to catch up with Jennifer Lopez on the red carpet. Well, I didn't have a chance to. Natalia.
I did.
Caught up with Jennifer Lopez
Was that when I was
on the
supposed to
red
come in?
carpet. Yeah, you did that.
Okay.
You did that
Okay.
perfect. You know, how was it out there with her?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was a dream come true,
God.
Big. Oh, I was like meet her.
Hey, dude, she said the same thing. She was like, Benny hit me up. He was like, oh, she was amazing. No, Benny complimented you.
Really?
Yep. All right, let's go into it, man. The red carpet. And what's the name of the movie once again?
This Is Me Now.
Let's go ahead and get into the red carpet. Natalia doing what she does best. Big boy this week. We're taking you to the red carpet with Jennifer Lopez. Hello. What up, Jen?
All right, guys, the carpet is about to open. We're at the premiere of This Is Me Now for Jennifer Lopez. But I also just wanted to say, thanks for watching Big Boy this week. What does this mean to you? This has to be the most special thing you've ever created.
It really is. And I never would have thought at this point in my career that I would be able to do something like this. And so I feel very kind of blessed and fortunate to be here right now on this night with something that I really was born from my own mind, and to see it all the way through when people didn't really understand it and didn't want to make it, and I had to go and make it on my own and go, well, I think you're gonna like it if I make it, so I'm just gonna go and make it. And everybody telling you that's crazy and don't do that, and you're like, no, but I think I should. And as difficult as it was, and honestly, it was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life, was the filming and the rehearsing of this project without having anybody kind of in it, creating it with me, except Dave Meyers, who like kind of took over once we started filming. But in all of the prep and the pre-production and the rehearsals and everything, was all just me and some amazing choreographers that I had to live with and who worked with me. So it was just very, very special, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Jennifer Lopez right there, Natalia on the red carpet, man. We always have like this ongoing joke where Natalia did a great interview with Tom Cruise.
I did.
Louis took her material, so I was like, man, are we going into Louis' exclusive with Jennifer Lopez or Natalia's exclusive?
Hey, J-Lo, so how was it filming this film?
Exactly. Why did you squat down? That's what's so crazy about that. He really felt the need that he had to squat down, bro. Like, you're 5'9".
Sorry, I won't.
You know what I'm saying? But great work there. And you see he's always on his knees. You know what I'm saying? We got another exclusive coming up. We can get it cleared with Louis G in the red light district. All righty?
Big boy neighborhood, Natalia's up in here. Natalia neighborhood news. Who we got?
We got Jay-Z, big.
Jay-Z in the neighborhood news.
Big, he's just like us. And I love thinking about it this way because, like, when you see Jay-Z, like, if you've ever seen Jay-Z in person, you'd probably be like, oh, whoa, that's Jay-Z. He's, like, on this, like, different, crazy level. But he's just a person. Like, he puts on his pants just the same way we put on our pants. And another celebrity is outing him and his guilty pleasure because he witnessed this in the flesh. So Bradley Cooper is an actor, right?
Yeah.
And Bradley Cooper was working with Beyonce on a project that didn't really come to fruition, but he was like getting to know her for a whole year. And he went to Beyonce's house and he revealed, he was like, yeah, I walked in and he goes, and I saw Jay-Z watching Judge Judy.
How old are you?
22.
22. That means when I started to be a star, you were still pooping in your pants. That's not what I asked you. I said, where is it today?
I
If
don't
when
know.
I'm finished making you look ridiculous, I'm going to start working on her. Who are you? I'm his
Jay-Z was
fiance.
like,
You're
this
his
is
fiance.
hilarious.
Is he really an idiot?
Get him, Judge. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy. Yeah. Hey, man, can you imagine? Because I saw the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was supposed to have been Lady Gaga's part for
yeah,
Star
so
is Born.
The Star is Born, which
Yeah.
actually ended up starring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. At
Right.
one point, it was going to be Beyonce, and then it just, I don't know, it just didn't work, right? But yeah, he saw Jay-Z.
Hey, man, and he said Jay was nice, like, hey, how you doing? But
Yeah.
just really sitting down, tuned into Judge Judy.
Judge Judy, which
I love Judge Judy.
I love it because, like, I'm a sucker for reality TV shows. I don't really ever get into, like, the reality court ones, but I know
Right.
people love it. And Judge Judy was on forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
like, but just like how you said, like, imagining him, like, having the commentary, like, watching it is just like, there's a Jay-Z that's watching Judge
Wonder what kind
Judy.
of TV he was watching it on. Probably some big screen that came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
But like, imagine him like in fuzzy slippers with his like feet up on the coffee table or something.
Man. I don't know why I'm picturing like a big ass couch.
Yeah.
That's very comfortable.
Very like probably like cream.
Look how we creating a whole interior design for Jay-Z.
But it's probably one of his guilty pleasures, and we all have guilty pleasures.
What do you if like I'm on that first 48, like anything on that A&E channel?
Yeah.
I'm on that.
Mine.
They got one called First Day In. I love 60 Days In, like those shows.
My TV guilty pleasure is definitely right now is Real Housewives.
Really?
Like I'm running through
I
like the
don't
different
watch those.
series. I know.
Yeah, man. What about you?
Anything on ID Discovery, like right now it's Death by Fame.
man.
Oh my gosh. Or Who Did I
Yes.
Get Married To?
Yes, that's another one of mine,
just
man.
watched
I do crime shows, bro. Like I'm into like scripted crime shows. though.
Scripted. See, I love
I love 'em.
non-scripted. I love
Same.
like the docs or the follow around.
It doesn't scare you.
All right.
Like, who's gonna snap on me?
Nah, because then I could just turn it off.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's not torturous. I don't watch TV Guantanamo Bay. All right.
Hello.
Luigi was talking about there's a dart championship that went down. Another guy lost because he said his competitor kept farting and that threw him off. So yeah, in a sense, he cheated the rules. So we're asking, just in the neighborhood, when did you cheat the rules?
Damn, recently, bro, when I bought these like little more expensive Christmas lights, so we're like, they're gonna last longer. Let's invest in some good ones, and we did. And it was just like a couple feet short, and I needed like another extension. So then I hit up the seller. I was like, hey, by the way, you guys forgot to put one of these extension cords in there. And they were like, oh, really? Send us a picture. Send us a video. And I was just like, what? This is stupid. I was like,
Right.
okay, look, it's not here. And then they sent me a new one.
There it is.
wow.
But it was short on your
But
end.
it was short on mine,
All
so I got
right.
an extra one for
When
free.
did you cheat the rules?
Mine's just kind of recent too, and you guys actually saw it. But remember that Halloween costume that I wore?
Yes.
So I had bought it from online, and right after I wore it and used it, I was like, hey, I don't need this anymore. So I sent it right back.
That stinks.
Oh, yeah, it does. But I did give my $60. It was expensive.
That's
Halloween costume.
gross, man. Which one was it?
It was the little princess one.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
the
remember you
Mario
went to a
Brothers.
rave that night and you were sweating.
But I
We
got my
couldn't
money
find
back.
you for 2 days.
Right.
Like, I remember that. All righty. When did you cheat the rules?
You know, it wasn't that recent, but I was
please.
playing
At
cards.
Starbucks.
No.
Okay, you're at Starbucks,
No.
right? Hey, man, Moses that work with us, he just joined the neighborhood. He already know her Starbucks stuff. Soon as she start talking, my man be like, oh, Lord. Like, Big, you want me to edit this out? Or...
No, it was like during like quarantine, me and my husband would play a lot of games because obviously like we wouldn't have anywhere
Oh,
to
yeah.
go. And Matt is really good at games. And there was just one game I just wanted to win one. And so like we were playing cards and he just like happened to like run to the restroom real quick and I peeked at his cards and then I won. And then I was like, hi, I won.
I think that's one of the worst ones.
Cheating,
Man.
That's bad.
Man, I think that's one of the worst ones, man.
That's like
wow.
unethical, right? Is
Hey,
that
man,
what
yeah.
you say?
yeah.
I wanted to win at least one game. Come
Right.
on.
Jesus
You kept
Christ,
beating me
man.
at
Look how we all
goldfish.
judging her. She's sitting back in outfit. I'm getting hotel upgrades. You know what I'm saying? You cheating for an extension cord. But you, Miss Lady, oh, my God. At least we didn't cheat our significant other.
Oh, my God.
Lord
I
have mercy,
know.
man. Next thing she's going to
Don't
feed him
tell.
cyanide pie.
Ah!
You know? Look how she laughing. Y'all stick around your radios, Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood. Poor Matt. What up, Ani?
What up, Big?
Oh, nothing. In case you missed it, who we got?
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith for In Case You Missed It.
Big, he recently went viral again with our interview because there was this picture he posted with his new girlfriend who looks gorgeous. She has like really beautiful everything. And in the picture,
Everything.
in the picture, all you see is him staring at the mirror like so uninterested and everything. So the clip that everyone's bringing up is like, man, Jaden Smith doesn't care if you have big boobs or big anything. He just cares about one thing. And he told us what he learned from his parents.
Oh, you can do that. Or my dad, I would say certain things like, oh, but I can't do it. And my dad would be like, what did you just say? What did you just say? And then we would have an hour conversation about I got in trouble because I said that I couldn't do something, you know. And it's
At
like,
any point where you're like, all right.
okay, I can do anything.
Enough
Fine.
already.
I'm just an icon living, Dad. Fine.
Or you get to the point
Yeah.
you want to argue, like, jump off the. I can't.
No, okay, fine, literally. So that is what always made me feel. And then they would put me like, they would be having a meeting about their next film or something, and they would put me at the head of the table and just make me sit there while they're talk and debate with all these people, talk numbers, talk crazy stuff. And then I would just, from a young age, always being around that, always seeing that, like, I am very happy that I spent my childhood with more adults than I did with kids my own age, because I was picking up more things from adults than I were from kids my own age. And I look and I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now? Can we talk about what's going on with the environment? Can we talk about other things? And don't worry, like, I like to turn up, I like to flex, I like to play songs loud and jump in the crowd in Atlanta, but you know, I'm always looking for that next thing. I'm not satisfied at just like a party.
Man, it is so crazy what people will take and go viral with. It is. My daughter said that people just say that to her at school.
That is so good.
Or when they're sitting in class and somebody will say something like, "Can we just talk about the?"
I love that so much.
Man.
It's in my head. I can't like get that
Dude,
image
you
out.
gotta love it. And when I seen Jaden, we talked about it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, man, we're viral. The same thing with Playboy Cardi when he didn't know MC Scratch when I was doing that joke on him.
Oh, I love that.
That's
so
another
much.
one as well, man.
Big boy this week, man. Oh, geez. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but if I don't fix it, who will? Big boy this week, want to thank you guys for hanging out with us in the neighborhood, man. Thank you once again to our special guest, 310 Baby. Thank you for taking us to Soak City. Also, can't forget the one and only funny man himself, Ralph Barbosa. Thank you for being in the neighborhood, Mr. Ralph Barbosa. And also, Jennifer Lopez, Red Carpet, This Is Me Now. Thank you, Natalia, for getting out there and grabbing that great exclusive footage for us. And make sure that you're here every week for Big Boy This Week, man. Subscribe to all of our channels at Big Boy TV and Big Boy's Neighborhood Channel, Big Boy TV Plus. Come on in. Come on in, bro. No, please come in. I'm just gonna finish up here. But make sure that you subscribe to all of our channels right there on YouTube. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Always Big Boy This Week. We'll see you next week. Hello. Oh, here it is right here. That's why the phones weren't working. It wasn't plugged in.